ascension.
Hey, what's up guys? Thank you so much for being here today. It's been probably about a little bit over a week since I've created my last video, and so I wanted to hop on here today and just catch up with you guys a little bit, make another video. I've been very busy with clients, which has been a blessing, but it's been a lot of work. You know, if you run your own business, that you are the manager, you're the customer service guy, you're the sales associate, you're everything. So I'm a one-man store, one-man shop right now. And it's a blessing, but it also takes a lot of work. You know, it also can take a lot of, I don't want to say energy. I guess it is technically energy, but it can take a lot away from a person when you're dealing with people who are sick and dealing with such various ailments and are very stressed out because they have cancer or they have a virus or they're dealing with tumors. It's a lot of, you know, very stressed people right now in the world, and I'm just happy to do my part to ensure that people don't have to suffer anymore. I also want to give a shout out to everyone who's been joining this amazing community. I see you and I thank you. I now have 2,500 and I think it's 2,529 subscribers as of the date that I upload this video. And I'm getting, you know, messages on Instagram, and people are telling me that they're resonating with my message and that my videos are helping them, and I'm seeing your emails as well. Thank you guys so much for joining this community and for hopping on and for really taking care of your bodies. You know, that actually, just knowing that even people that are not my clients, knowing that people are out here doing the work and really changing their lives, you're changing the world. And me knowing that I had an effect on you changing the world is everything. You know what I'm saying? That's everything that I could have asked for. And I want you guys to do the same thing. I want people to look at you guys becoming these amazing, beautiful, liberated souls, ascended souls, and say, I want to be like that person. We should never underestimate the power that one of us has. We have a lot of power. Our action is our power. The way we live is our power. You eating raw, living, vibrant foods. You guys that are messaging me that you're on juice fast. You guys are messaging me that you're 80% raw now. All of you are making such a big difference. So thank you so much for being yourself, for being driven, for being motivated. And it doesn't mean you have to be perfect, guys. I didn't hop into raw foods or veganism right away. It took me, you know, time to get there and then get to this point where I've been eating raw living foods for, you know, in a few months I'll be hitting 2 years. And it doesn't mean that you need to reach that point where you're eating, you know, raw living foods forever and whatnot. Everyone's journey is unique to them, but just the fact that you're here taking care of your mind, body, and soul, the very important trinity that I'm always talking about, you're doing your part. And right now, more than ever, during this pandemic that's going on, during all these lockdowns, all these things that the powers that be are purposely putting in our faces constantly, right now is the time to be working on yourself. That's what I've been doing this year. That's what this whole year has been about for me. And so I just want you guys to be doing the same thing. That's the effect that I want to have on people. And you know, I've been trying to spend less time on social media. It has not been easy, guys. You know, if you know about social media, you know now it's generated to keep you, you know, continuously coming back. They put what you want to see the most right there, so it's addicting. But I snap myself out of it and I meditate now more than I used to. It's also hard for me to be off of social media because if I'm being honest, my business is essentially run from social media. YouTube is a social media platform. That's how you guys are watching me right now. I communicate with you guys via email. I get clients via Instagram. So it's like I can't completely avoid social media, but I do want to get better at spending less time on it and more time with myself. Because at the end of the day, guys, we're going to be with ourselves for the rest of our lives. We're going to be with ourselves longer than we're going to be with anybody else. Realistically, it doesn't matter if it's a husband, a wife, a mom, a dad, a sister, a dog. You're going to be with yourself 100% of the time of your life. You know what I'm saying? Even when you're sleeping, you're with you, you're within you. This is why it is so important to work on your relationship with yourself. And that kind of leads me into the point of this video. I just wanted to talk about the importance of, and I didn't have any notes for this, but the importance of taking care of your mental health when you're on a detoxification journey, guys. So I just want to list a few things that you can do. I'm not going to get in depth with everything. If you guys would like me to get in depth with one of these things, please feel free to email me or leave a comment down below. But things that I do to maintain, you know, healthy stress levels, and also things that you can just easily apply. So one of the first things, guys, right off the bat, meditation. I've said this before in videos, but there are free guided meditations on YouTube. Some of them are 5 minutes long. There is no reason why someone can't spend 5 minutes meditating every day. It helps, guys. I promise you. Just listening to somebody guiding you through your breath can make all the difference. So breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Doing that just like 10 times, and also just listening to a calming voice. There's meditations for people who, you can literally look up guided meditation for depression, guided meditation for anxiety, guided meditation for being in a positive mood. And this really does make a huge difference. Another thing you can do, a lot of people don't know this, but if you don't have a yoga mat, if you do, the great. But if you have a bed, which I'm sure all of you do, you know, God willing, there's bed yoga. You can literally go on YouTube and type in guided or yoga bed tutorial. And I've seen like 1 or 2 videos of people on their beds teaching you how to do yoga. Very simple, very straightforward. Something that I love to do is I love to combine, once I've learned the yoga positions, because I do yoga almost every day now, I'll combine the guided meditations with my yoga on the bed. And I actually did meditation yoga in an actual place that does that in New Jersey. It's like half yoga, half meditation. You're meditating while you're doing yoga. I mean, yoga in itself is kind of a meditative experience, but this was a little bit different. And I almost fell asleep the first time I did it because it was that relaxing. Another thing you can do, obviously, as I was just talking about what I'm working on, spend less time on social media. Try to find ways to limit yourself. You know, try not to be on social media 10 to 30 minutes before bed. You can spend that time to wind down. You can spend that time to relax. You can spend that time to read a book. You can spend that time to do your meditation. Meditating right before bed is an amazing way to ensure you get better sleep as well as have better dreams. You know, whatever you're thinking about before you go to bed can have a major impact on your dreams as well as your diet too. So another thing, of course, is increasing the amount of raw foods you're having. For breakfast, have fruit. Our cells require oxygen and carbon. Fruit is that. Fruit is a simple sugar. It doesn't require your body to use insulin to process it. Fructose can easily go into your cell wall. That's what we should be consuming the most of. That is our species-specific diet because it digests really easily. So waking up and having your favorite bowl of fruit. You can even have a fruit smoothie, you know. Blend some frozen bananas with some strawberries and throw in 2 dates in there. You have a strawberry nice cream or ice cream, you know, soft serve ice cream consistency bowl, and it tastes amazing. Learn to love fruits. Learn to love the vibrancy of fruits. A lot of this stuff is changing your mindset as well. You know, instead of thinking, oh, I have to eat fruit, think, oh my God, I get to eat fruit. I get to have this amazing, life-giving food in front of me that tastes like paradise, and really savor it. You know what I'm saying? Chew your food slowly and really focus on the flavors that are in your mouth. Another thing you can do, this is kind of like a meditation, so maybe I should have mentioned it earlier. Or I guess it is a meditation, but it doesn't always have to be necessarily so meditative if you don't want to meditate, is I do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 meditation. So what that means is I center myself. So one thing that we do as humans is we're always thinking about the past or the future. It's very rare that we're present, and all we really have is the present moment, right? So with the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 meditation, I pick 5 things that I can see. I'll give you an example. I see this camera that I'm talking to you guys on. I see my TV. I see my clothes. I see my camera bag, you know what I'm saying? So you pick 5 things you can see. You can also extend that by coming up with a sentence for each one of those 5 things. So for example, I see this camera that I have, and I've been able to record great videos with this camera. I see the TV that I have, and I've been able to watch great movies with the TV. More specifically, I watched this movie yesterday. Then from there, you can go to 4 things that you can hear. So I can hear, you know, my family members watching TV. I can hear the car outside. I can hear my fan on. I can hear my own voice talking. 3 things that you can feel. I can feel the shirt on me. I can feel the hat on me. I can feel my socks on my feet. So I'm not going to go into everything, and it obviously gets a little bit more difficult as you get into the subtle senses like the nose and the taste, but that's a really good way to ground yourself, guys. Sometimes you just need to be here. You know, I wrote about that on my Instagram. I have a quote that I posted explaining how it's okay to just be here now. You don't have to think about tomorrow. You don't have to think about yesterday. Be in this present moment. That really takes a huge burden off. We tie so many emotions to things that have happened in the past, as well as things that haven't happened. And a lot of times the things that we're thinking are going to happen don't even end up happening. I know we can all relate to that. So yeah, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 meditation is amazing. Sometimes when I'm on a train and, you know, I may not want to close my eyes, but I still want to do like some type of a meditation. I'll do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's just something that I have here. It's like a handy tool, and I use it all the time, and it really centers you. It brings you back, you know, especially like in the car or on a train when you're like, you know, you can feel the vibrations of the train. You can see so many different things when you're on public transportation as well, for those of you who take public transportation. So it's a handy one, guys. I'm telling you, try it out. Try it out every day for, let's say, a week, and see how different you feel. And it'll start to get ingrained in there, because like anything else, if you want to change something about your life, you have to, you know, do it every single day. We gotta put these programs into our brain because they're not naturally there. So the same way that we can learn negative habits, we can start to implement positive habits, and they stick. You know what I'm saying? And another thing you guys can do is to see a professional therapist. There's a website called psychologytoday.com. You can type in your zip code and then they come up with a plethora of therapists that are in your location that take your insurance, and you get to see a picture of them, you get to see what they specialize in, you get to see, you know, a little about me that they write. With that being said, I highly recommend getting a therapist that looks like you and that has your experience. My current therapist, he gets me, he understands me, and he doesn't make me feel like I'm crazy. I don't feel judged, I feel understood. So I think I just want to emphasize the importance of go to a therapist that looks like you. If you're a minority especially, go to a therapist that can relate to you in your area. Psychology Today is an amazing way to do that, guys. Especially, again, if you have insurance. I don't think I have to say this, but I'm not sponsored by Psychology Today. But yeah, check them out. And last but not least, you can do your own research on ways to reduce stress. But I also want to say books. There's so many books, obviously, on being happier. But one of my personal favorites, this is one of my favorite books ever, is The Happiness Advantage. This book changed my life. It's backed by studies, it's backed by science on proven ways that you can become happier. That obviously doesn't sound like the best sales pitch, because I'm sure there's 101 books that say they do the exact same things. But trust me guys, this book is amazing. It's been about 2 years since I finished the book, so I don't remember every single detail, but there are a few things that I do remember reading that I've implemented, even on a subconscious level. Sometimes I don't even remember that it's from the book until I think about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I picked that up from that book. And I think it might be an audiobook as well, so you might be able to listen to it as opposed to having to read it if you're not a reader. It's a great thing to do while you're making some food, you know, or you're showering, just having that on in the background. Something productive as opposed to something that's going to bring your mood down. Anyways, guys, this video was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but I'm always happy to spend some time and talk to you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming and for subscribing and joining this amazing community. Again, I see you guys and I appreciate you guys. If this is your first time here, please press the like button, subscribe, press the notification bell when you subscribe so that you can be notified when I upload a new video. And it also helps the YouTube algorithm so that you can see more stuff on your feed that have to do with upliftment and detoxification and the mind, body, and soul trinity. And it also obviously does help me. I appreciate it. My channel is growing because of you guys. If you're interested in working with me, if you have some type of ailment that you're dealing with, anything from autoimmune issues, fibromyalgia, MS, you know, lupus, you can read more about me on my website. Hit the link in the description box, ascensionliving.co. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video. One more thing. Check me out on Instagram as well, and if you do, comment peace, love, and blessings under one of my pictures. I've noticed a few of you guys do that, or some of you guys will DM me. I love that this peace, love, and blessings thing is like starting to catch on, and I think it's just an amazing way to spread positivity as well as end off these videos. With that being said, peace, love, and blessings.